I'm here. I'm her behind the camera. Man, I'm going to give myself 5 minutes or so to meditate, at least 3 minutes. Fix this. So what I just said probably skipped. All right, so the journey of making YouTube yoga routines live and the journey of the progress of the future yoga studio. Where will it end up? Everything I just said could have been deleted, skipped. So 256 days ago, I started this, and I started in my garage. Go see the very first one. I didn't have paint, didn't have pictures, had nothing. And I didn't know you couldn't live stream with my cell phone. Not this cell phone. I have a cell phone, but I don't. I have a better cell phone than this one. I needed 1,000 subscribers. So I'm like, whoa, figured that out. Bought a camera, and eventually I put paint on the wall, pictures, started getting it moving a little bit. Then I started messing with the audio quality, and I was going to get these pads in the garage that help the sound, carpet, and then nope, had to move. Been there 10 years, and I had to move. I came out of nowhere. Now I'm in my living room. This is my living room. This is Zoe. Zoe will always be in the video, usually. That's the family dog. So where is this going to take me? I don't know. One day at a time. When I was younger, I used to get a song, One Day at a Time, Sweet Jesus. It was a commercial on TV. It's a song too, but so I'm in my yoga studio. That's my living room. So the cable guy's coming today. This video has been skipping, and he's gonna make it where I can stream without using Wi-Fi, going through the wall. Hopefully, just depends of the cable person that comes. Sometimes they're helpful, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they just want to put that they came to a resonance, and sometimes they're very helpful. It just depends on who ends up being here. And I need to get Wi-Fi throughout the place I live because my kids can't get it in their room. And I pay for this, so I expect it to go through the house. So what's this have to do with yoga? It's yoga. This is yoga. This is what you're learning on the mat. How to adjust, how to go with the flow, how to accept, and just go with it. Very important. That's what you're learning on the yoga mat. So when you're in a pose, you have to adjust, you adjust. Focus on the breathing, become aware, heighten your awareness, and that's what happens in real life. And this is what's happening with this process the last week or so. Things are going to work, and the video's not working, the lights. I don't know where my clock is still because of the move, and just go with it, man. And then after the video, I take all this down, I store it, and bring back the living room for my family. Hey, Zoe. Here's Zoe. So today we're going to continue to do what we've been doing, which is a 2-minute meditation in a sitting position, and you're just focusing on your breathing. All you're doing is watching yourself breathe, and you do that by focusing on the belly, and as you inhale, the belly expands, and you exhale, the belly goes in. Now, you need to know you're already breathing, so you're watching it. You're not controlling it. And what'll happen most likely when you start watching yourself breathe, you start controlling it. Nope, don't do that. Let go and just watch it. And many times I will wander and you'll start to think about coffee. I have a coffee maker right there. You'll start to think about work. You'll start to think about this or that. And then when you realize you're thinking about other things, just bring your focus back to the breathing and watch yourself breathe. Now, in yoga, there's no notion of a you that's watching. So this notion of a self is a collection of thoughts. You just let that dissolve. The focuser is a collection of thoughts. You just let the focuser dissolve. And you become the so-called energy that is focusing, what we label as focusing. And you become. Then we'll stand up, and as we stand up, even when you're standing up, you're staying focused on your breathing. Even when I stand up, I kick my pillow to the side, I push it to the side. I stay focused on my breathing. It's all meditation. And the yoga routine becomes a form of a moving meditation. Then we'll do 2 sun salutations, and then we'll do a mountain pose, settle there, and then, oh, be it. I gotta get my pillow. Got this pillow, I think $5. Good old Will. Good old Will. All right. Let's go to easy pose. In easy pose, the back is straight. Hands are in front, maybe to your knees. Maybe they're in your lap. Maybe you're leaning back. Maybe you're against the wall. It's the easy pose. So get easy. Feel easy. And we're going to focus on the breathing. We're going to do this for 2 minutes. Feel comfortable. Get comfortable. It's very important to get comfortable in this pose. You're not pushing it. You're not trying to stay in a pose. If your back gets fatigued, even in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, your back might get fatigued. And if it does, just adjust. Go with it. Keep your awareness and adjust. Keep your focus on the breathing and adjust. Now stopwatch timer. 50 minutes. No. That was my nap. I usually do 20 or 30, but yesterday I was like, man, I need to do 50. All right. So focus on the breathing. 100% focus on the breathing. Now this video skipped, and all of a sudden you're here. That'd be amazing. Skip the first 6 minutes. It is what it is, man. You just watch yourself breathe. You're already breathing. You just focus on the breathing for 2 minutes. Bring palms together, thumbs to the heart center. You're going to bring yourself up. Keep your awareness, your focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. And then let the thoughts and the you and the focuser dissolve. You become the focusing. So your mountain pose, feet are shoulder width apart, toes go up, spread the toes as wide as you can. And each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent. Hips are tilted, arms are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. You're finding that spot. There's no tension anywhere. Skeleton is just standing as if you were just your skeleton. You're finding that spot where it's just stability. So you're finding that thread that threads through the skeleton that allows the skeleton to stand. And that stability is transferring to the mind, allowing the mind to become stable. That link, that thread, is what allows the mind and body to become one. You are the stability. Just watching yourself breathe. Palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Push the arms out, up and back. Inhale slowly, nice and easy. And then exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward from the lower back. You fall right in the ragdoll, back is straight, and then you fall right in the ragdoll. With the ragdoll, the arms are dangling. The head is dangling. No tension anywhere. You're just letting go. So if you feel tension in the lower back, or the hamstrings, or wherever, just let go and let the body fall where the body falls. Letting go of judgment, letting go of trying to be somewhere, letting go of control, and just accept where you are. And this is a mindset that you're learning on the yoga mat. So when you're off the yoga mat, you're accepting where you are in life. You're accepting what's happening. That doesn't mean you put up with negativity. That means you accept it for what it is. You accept it as over there. It's not part of you. Very important. Now palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. You're going to arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Inhale slowly. And then exhale. As you exhale, you pull yourself in and down. Forehead is going to the knees. Get all there out. Then once all there is out, you're going to raise the head, arch the back again. Inhaling slowly. And then exhale. As you exhale, pull yourself in and down. Forehead is going to the knees. Get all there out. Push all there out. And again, arch the back, raise the head, inhale. And then exhale. As you exhale, pull yourself in and down, get all there out. We're going to do two more. Arch the back, raise the head, inhale. Then exhale, pull yourself in and down, get all there out. Once all there is gone, you release the breathing. Let yourself breathe and just watch yourself breathe. Remember, you dissolves, the watcher dissolves, and you become the watching. And you're letting yourself breathe. That means when you inhale, the belly swells with air and it pushes you out of the pose slightly. Let yourself be pushed out. When you exhale, the belly goes in, you go back into the pose. It's a subtle movement, and you're aware of that movement, but you're not focused on it. You're just aware of it. This is what you're learning on the yoga mat. So when you're off the yoga mat, you are aware of subtleness. Your awareness is heightened. And then left leg is back into a low lunge. The low lunge, top of the foot to the floor in the back. Knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is arching. Head is up. And you're just focusing on the breathing. And then the you dissolves, the focuser dissolves, and you become the focusing. You're becoming yoga. No judgment. Let go of judgment. So if you're in this pose and you're feeling like, man, I'm not going down far enough, it's Zoe. So it's in the back choking on her hair like a cat. You're feeling open in this pose too. You're feeling open in all the poses, even in the pose that's enclosed. Once you accept, boom, you tap into openness, capital O. Capital O, openness, it's just another word for yoga. Now you're gonna go to high lunge. Curl the toes into the back, get the leg as straight as you can. We're just going to stay here for a second or so. Then, downward dog. The downward dog, arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor. And you're pushing yourself into the pose. Now, although you're pushing, once you're settled, you're accepting. You're focusing on the breathing. So the pushing and the effort and the trying dissolves into the oneness of the pose. So there's no more effort, no more trying. And of course, if you feel like you're trying and there's a little effort, that's fine too. That's where you are. You accept it. And that acceptance is what allows you to tap into yoga. The acceptance is yoga. Wherever you are, if you feel like it, push a little bit more into it and then hold it. Settle, accept, and focus on the breathing. If you feel like, man, I can't push no more, then don't. Listening to yourself, becoming your own guru. Now you can slide into the upper dog. So you can drop down to the knees and the chest. And you slide up. Tops of the feet are to the floor. Palms are to the floor. In the upper dog, just the tops of the feet and the palms touch the floor. If this is too much, you can bring yourself down to the small cobra. Chest is off the floor. Palms are touching the floor, but you're not using them. You're not pushing up. You're pulling up. You're using the back muscles, which are pull muscles. And you feel open. Settle in the pose. Accept. Just focus on the breathing. And then back to downward dog. In the downward dog, you're pushing into it. But then you're settling, accepting, and just focusing on the breathing. And then bring the left foot up between the hands into a low lunge. The low lunge, the foot's to the floor and the back, knees to the floor. Hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is arching, head is up. And just focus on the breathing. And you're feeling opened in this pose. So you let go of judgment. So if you're thinking, man, I'm not going into it as good as I should. No judgment. Let go of that. That's not what we're doing. You're accepting where you are. That acceptance taps into openness. It's a mindset. So a pose does not dictate whether you feel opened or not. It's a mindset. And that's what you're learning on the yoga mat. So when you're off the yoga mat and you're in the so-called real world, If you're feeling closed in a specific situation like a job, accept. And then your mind will open. You'll see ways out of it. Or you'll reinterpret the situation and think, you know what? This job is awesome. It's a mindset. So high lunge, then standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Foreheads go to the knees. Get all the air out. All the air leaves. And then although you're pulling yourself in and down, once you're settled, you accept. Once you accept, you're just focusing on the breathing, and the effort of pulling yourself in and down dissolves. You're just becoming one with the pose. Then palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Then turn the palms out. Push the air down and out, exhale. Thumbs to the heart center. Then you're gonna go to mountain pose. Now remember, in mountain pose, feet are shoulder width apart, toes go up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent, hips are tilted, arms are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. You're just focused on the breathing. Watching yourself breathe. Letting the you dissolve, the watcher dissolves, and you become the watching. Then we're going to do one more sun salutation. We're going to move into the sun salutation faster. And this is how the sun salutations are designed. One pose is going to be opening. So you're going to open up, inhale as much as you can. The next pose is a closing pose. You pull yourself in, get all the air out. And then the next pose will be an open pose. You open up, inhale as much as you can. And then the next pose, closing pose. And you're focusing on that breathing. 100% focus on that breathing. Letting the you dissolve, the focuser dissolves, and you become the focusing. And that's what allows the sun salutations to become a form of a moving meditation. And this mimics off the mat. Because off the mat, you're moving. Just like the sun salutations, you're moving. So when you're off the mat, you're moving, but you're staying focused. You're staying with the flow. You're staying in the present moment. That's what you're learning with the sun salutations. Letting it become a form of a moving meditation. So feet are shoulder width apart. Find that spot where the skeleton just stands. Tap into that stability that allows the skeleton to just stand as if you were just your skeleton. Let that stability transfer to the mind, allow the mind to become stable. And you are the stability, capital S, stability. No you. The you dissolves. Palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Push your arms out, up and back. Inhale, inhale slowly. Inhale as much as you can. And then exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward from the lower back, reaching out, keeping the back as straight as you can. Palms go to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down. Get all the air out. And then go ahead and release the breathing. And just watch yourself breathe, letting the you dissolve. The watcher dissolves, and you become the watching. The low lunge, so left leg is back. Inhaling, inhale as much as you can, opening up. And then go ahead and release the breathing and just focus on the breathing. Letting the you dissolve, the focuser dissolves, and you become the focusing. And then downward dog, exhale, get all the air out. Pushing into the pose. And once all there is gone, you release the breathing. And just watch yourself breathe. You're accepting where you are. Once you accept, although this is an enclosed pose, you can slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest. You slide up. And you're opening up. Inhaling. And then go ahead and release. And then just focus on the breathing. Come the focusing. Back to downward dog. Pushing into it. Pushing into it. Can't speak. And just release the breathing and watch yourself breathe. And left foot is up between the hands. Low lunge, opening up. Becoming one with the pose. Inhaling, and then go ahead and release. And watch yourself breathe. And then standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down, get all the air out. All the air leaves, and then release. And watch yourself breathe. Your palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. And then turn the palms out, push the air down and out, exhale. Thumbs to the heart center. You can fall back into mountain pose. And remember with mountain pose, your shoulder width apart, toes go up. Spread the toes as wide as you can, and each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent, hips are tilted, arms are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. And just focus on the breathing. Watching yourself breathe. Becoming the stability. So what's allowing you to stand, just the skeleton stand. So the tension in the muscles release. You're just the skeleton. As if you were just the skeleton, whatever, it's allowing that skeleton to stand, that we call stability. You tap into that stability. And then you let that stability transfer to the mind. And then the mind becomes stable. And then you are the stability, which allows the mind and body to become one. You just watch yourself breathe. So we're going to stay here a little bit longer. So just watch yourself breathe. Become the stability. Bring palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Namaste. That's it. I don't know how much video skipped. I have to take a guess. It's going to be 27 minutes. I was going to say 28, but I'm thinking 27. I can't see, so I'm taking a guess. Been filming for about 30 minutes or so. We'll see. Once I get off and click, the clock says 31 minutes or something like that. And then when I click end stream, it says 27. I'm like, whoa, 3 minutes was skipped throughout the video. So the cable guy is going to come today. Hopefully, it's somebody that's willing to help. Just depends. It all depends on the cable guy, on the cable person. It could be a female. I say guy. I mean guy in general. I should have said person. That's why I put person there. Anyway, so the person is going to come, and hopefully I'll help. Inshallah. Just joking. All right, so I will see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, not Central time. So namaste, peace and love.